Children, we are learning the poem Dover Beach. The last class we learnt how the poet was very much disturbed by the repeating harsh and rough sound produced by the pebbles which are thrown by the waves. The last two lines of that first stanza, he says, with tremulous cadence slow and bring the eternal note of sadness in. He could feel the eternal note of sadness in the sound of the waves at the Dover beach. Let's go to the next stanza today. Sophocles long ago heard it on the Aegean, and it brought into his mind the turbid ebb and flow of human misery. We find also in the sound a thought hearing it by this distant northern sea. All of a sudden, the poet reminds of Sophocles' drama. Sophocles is known for tragic drama. He wrote many tragedies, and in his work he has mentioned about the human misery, and the poet is remembering what he has mentioned in his work, and he has mentioned that about the human misery in one of his work. So he is thinking of Sophocles while he was listening the sad note of the sad eternal note of the waves which produced in the Dover beach. He also should have felt it in the distant northern sea. So all of a sudden he remembers how Sophocles also long time before was reminded of the human misery by the sad note of the waves while he was there, or he heard it in the Aegean seashore. Now, the sea of faith was once too at the full and round earth's shore, lay like the folds of a bright girdle furled, but now I only hear its melancholy, long, withdrawing roar, retreating to the breath of the night wind down the vast edges drear and naked shingles of the world. So he is connecting the sea of faith. So he has taken sea as the symbol of faith over here. See, the deep faith once was there in the hearts of the people has faded now. It's not been seen. While he was seeing the waves, receding waves, leaving the pebbles on the seashore, nothing else was found there, only the pebbles and sand. But while he was seeing that, he is reminded of the faith which the people had long time before. Once the sea was full, was once too at the full, it was very much full There was no pebbles. Sea was full. That means till the shore, water filled. Now at the shore, only pebbles are found. So because of the science and industrialization of Victorian era, people become materialistic, lost their faith on God. Now it has found that he has found nothing except only pebbles over there on the seashore. While he was seeing that, he is reminded of the faith which people had long time before, and he is comparing the faith of people, faith on God, what the people had once, how it looked, was once too at the full and round earth show. So around the earth, water filled, seashore was full of water. Lay like that. He is comparing here. He uses metaphor and simile. The sea of faith is metaphor. Like the depth of the sea, the people had faith, deep faith. That is the metaphor. And again he is coming to simile. Lay like the force, comparing how the earth was covered with sea all around, like a bright girdle furled. A bright girdle is an ornament which is worn around the waist. So bright girdle, it means like golden ornament, beautiful ornament which covers the waist and binds around the waist. So the water covered all around the earth like a bright girdle, and which was furled all around the earth. Now I only hear. So he could hear, but now because of the faith the people had on God, covered a protective layer like waist, the girdle which covers the waist. The faith on God covered the people all around the earth. The people were covered by the protection of God because they had faith on God. But their faith has receded, gone down, vanishing. Because of that, what he could see now, what he could hear now. But now I only hear it's melancholy. Melancholy means sad sound, sadness, grief. People are full of grief. It's true. Science brought many development and many comfort, but there is sadness, grief, long to have something, withdrawing roar, chaos, confusion. It's true. Industries brought many new things. People were full of material, but there is sadness, grief, long to have something, and withdrawing roar, that sound, chaos, confusion, and full of frustration and fighting and all kind of unwanted sound, retreating to the breath of the night wind down the vast edges, dreary and naked shingles of the world. So world is uncovered. That means uncovered, full naked, and everywhere pebbles are covering on the seashore. It is because of losing the faith on God and full of despair. He is bringing the condition of the society that time, how the people of a Victorian era had this kind of problem. Not only in English, part of the English people, but all around the world, that naked shingles of the world, he says, all around the world. Melancholy, long, withdrawing roar, all are found in all around the world. Now, he is, first he called his beloved to come to the window and see admire the beauty of the nature. All of a sudden, he was reminded of the sad note, and then he expresses how the present condition of the world. Then he gives some hope, and he calls and telling his beloved, "Ah, love, let us be true." Yes, it is true. The sadness is there, confusion is there, everything has gone. No real love is not there. There is no peace. Only sadness is filling. So he is calling his beloved, and what he says, "Oh love, let us be true." When he says, he is not only telling his wife Lucy, he says it to the whole world. To what he wants to say, "All love, let us be true. Let us be true. Let us be true with each other. Let us love each other with true love. To one another, for the world which seems," he says that, let us love one another with truth. And he says that for the world which seems to lie before us like a land of dreams. For us, the world, the time which we have, the future of us is like a dream. So various, so beautiful, so new. Everything is, varieties are there because of the industries and science. Varieties are there. And it is looking so beautiful, and everything becomes new. Everything, new things are coming, and the world is filled with so many new things, and it seems that it is so beautiful and so various and so new, hath really, but in reality, neither joy nor love nor light. And it seems to be, but it's all gone. No joy, no love, nor light. Nor light means dark. So dark always compared to evil. So everything is filled with evil. Where there is no light, there will be evil. Where there is no faith on God, there evil will fill. So the faith on God is disappearing, and it almost has gone. So that place is filled with evil. So light always we compare with goodness, symbol of goodness. So nor light, there is no light. That means that is symbol of evil. The world is filled with evil. No certitude, no certainty, nor peace, nor help for pain. Those who are in want, those who are in pain, is not being helped. So this is the present condition of the world. But we can see better thing when we love each other with truth. And we are here as on a darkling plane. Darkling means darkened plane, the world. We are on the darkling plane, land. Swept with. So the whole thing is full of confusion. No love, no care for each other, no peace. Everywhere fighting, everywhere confusion and competitions. So much is filling because of the science and new things which are coming up, and the industries which are bringing many new things are leaving all the all the whole world in dark. And he is giving one incident here. Beautifully he is bringing out how the confusion is all around in the world. He is giving us a small illustration. Set with confused alarms of struggle and flight, where ignorant armies clash by night. He says, if there are instance, there is a battlefield. In the battlefield, soldiers are there in the night time where there is no light, and all of a sudden they are hearing the alarm to get ready to fight. And while they were hearing that alarm in the night, in the dark, when they getting up and started fighting, and because they are struggling to come out from the battle. So the soldiers who are ignorant of, not knowing what is happening, just listening the alarm, they started killing the people, not knowing that whether they are their companions or the enemies, and killing their own people because they are in the dark, fighting in the dark, not knowing whom they are killing. That is the condition today. People are fighting with each other, not knowing that even they are killing their own people. That is true. So this is the reality of the world. But he says that we can come out of it once we start loving each other with loyalty. So in the poem, the poet Matthew Arnold is expressing his discontent of the current state of the society. While he was living, that is the same universal theme it is. He feels as though society is not as a beautiful as it once was. The society has lost its beauty. The oneness, loving each other has gone. So he wants every one of us to have the mutual love and true love with each other. He is giving the solution. It's true. Sadness is there all around the world. The world is filled with sadness. But he also gives a solution that if each one of us have the mutual love and loyalty to each other, can bring change. That is the only remedy for all the maladies, maladies and diseases, all the confusion, chaos, sickness, all the distress can be, we can come out of it by mutual love and loyalty. So he gives the reason for all this confusion and melancholy, sadness, no joy, no love. It is all because of the decline of religious faith. That's what he wants to say. And he began the poem with pessimism, but he ends the poem with optimism. So with the sad note he begins, but with the hope he ends the poem. He gives the solution to each one of us. So he says, "Oh love, let us be true to one another." So in the poem Dover Beach, the poet wants the whole world to love each other. That is the main theme of the poem. So decline of faith leads to confusion and lack of love. But once we start loving each other, that can bring a success or happiness. Instead of melancholy, we can have the happiness. So go through each and every line of the poem and try to understand the deep meaning of the poem. And I'll give you the long answer related to this poem. You can go through it and prepare for your exam.